This is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And today I wanted to come in and talk about the continuing saga of Kanye. So, recently he got into it with DL Hughley. And it was still pertaining to the situation with Kim Kardashian. Basically, and I'm paraphrasing because I know you guys have heard the story, DL is saying that Kanye is basically stalking this girl. And if this was the average guy, say instead of it being Kanye, it was Darnell down the block, we would recognize this as stalking. We would be saying, hey, y'all, this guy, he's crazy. He's staying on social media about this girl. He can't let it go, blah, blah, blah. And DL went on to say that if it was his daughter, the steps that he would take to protect her and everything. And, basically was calling Kanye a fool and crazy and all that. Of course, Kanye is going to come back. So Kanye's response, I'm not going by verbatim, is basically, DL, shut your mouth. He called DL a drug addict because remember, just recently, DL passed out on the stage. So Kanye is attributing that to DL being a drug addict. He talked about DL being broke and all of this stuff and that, he could afford to have DL hurt. Now, that's pretty much it. Y'all know the little details in between it. The reason why I want to talk about this is I agree with DL. A lot of times, just like as women, that when we see a young woman doing some stuff that's reckless and we know that we've been through some stuff in our past and embarrassed ourselves and made ourselves look like a fool, we try to pull the coattails of that younger woman and say, hey, girl, what you doing? When I was younger, I did stuff like that too. This gonna make you look like this, that, and the other, and people think this, that, and the other. It's called pulling their coattails and letting them know it's Southern saying that their slip is hanging. Get it together, girl. And I believe that when DL commented on Kanye's situation with Kim Kardashian, that was along the lines of what he was trying to do, saying to the public, stop supporting him in this bull crap because y'all know if this was the average guy doing this to the average girl and both of those individuals were not millionaires and billionaires, y'all would see it for what it was. But because this is a celebrity, referring to Kanye West, it's almost like y'all giving him a pass. Now, I'm going to tell you something else that as an older person that I realized that Kanye is doing when he's coming on social media, pleading with the fans about his children and how fathers are not allowed to be in their children's lives and blah, blah, blah. He's gaslighting y'all. He's gaslighting you. He's crazy like a fox. In other words, he knows to interject a little bit of truth in this shit that he's spewing to pull y'all in, to get y'all on his side. Yes, the black father is always being shut out of their children's life. So as a listener, you're saying, well, yeah, I agree with Kanye on that, on certain things, because what he's saying is true. But all intermingled in that is the stalking of this girl. He's getting y'all on his side, and then you are more open to buy the rest of that junk that he's spewing. See, when you get to a certain age, and it's not even about age, it's a certain maturity level, you can clearly see what Kanye is doing, But a lot of people who are supporting him in his bullcrap, they have issues themselves. If you see that a couple has broken up, they're supposed to have gone their separate ways, why is one of them on daily? Because Kanye actually has some stuff online today about his daughter being allowed to do TikTok and all that. Okay, say you disagree with that. Then you get with your ex and y'all discuss it. He's acting like he has no contact with his children when every time he does that, there are pictures of him out with his kids. Kim is saying, hey, you was just here this morning. What are you doing? He is gaslighting y'all. Can y'all not see through his crap? But he's so good at it because he's been doing it for so many years. And he's, like I said, crazy like a fox. Meaning he ain't too crazy to cover his ass and try to win y'all over on his side. And D.O. Hugley sees through that. This is like the fellas being in the barbershop. You know how men say they don't gossip? You best believe they are in the barbershop getting their haircuts, their beards trimmed. And just like when we're in the beauty parlor and the subject comes up of a celebrity that's out there and we've been watching, they do the same thing. I used to take my son to the barbershop when he was younger, and those guys would be in there discussing, not gossiping, discussing stuff that was going on in politics and in the world of entertainment. And D.O. Hugley is like from that school where you sit and you say, man, now I'm doing what men do, what I think men do. Man, you see that fool? Man, he's stalking that girl. They know if this was Donnell down the block, Donnell would be in jail or have a restraining order against him if he was doing all that shit. And D.O. being a father of a young woman, he put himself in the place of her father. Like, if my daughter was going through this, what would I think? You know? So Kanye, this is why I kind of entitled this video, maybe it's time for Kanye to hush up and listen. These are older men saying, man, your slip is hanging. You out here got yourself looking silly and slightly unhinged with this daily barrage of complaints and this against this girl. You know, you're going to court in the not too distant future, keeping the record of everything that you didn't like, because this is what divorcing couples do. As they're building up to that divorce hearing, they're gathering information on the other spouse. And when they go to court, they present the reasons why they think they should have joint custody, or they think they shouldn't pay this amount, or they think they should pay this amount, or the reasons why they think they should get the house or the property should be split this way. They gather up all the evidence. In other words, they keep it close to the vest, so when they get in court, they can say, well, these are my reasons why I believe this, that, and the other should happen in my favor. But Kanye is on here every day. Not only on here every day, on here spouting irrational jumbo, y'all. Some of the stuff, like I said, there is some validity, There has always been, issues with dads being barred access to their children. So Kanye threw that in his situation. But we are also told and shown pictures of him out with these kids. We also know that Kanye just had a few weeks fling with a woman. He wasn't worried about his kids then. But because, like I said yesterday, this girl, and I'm speaking of Kim Kardashian, for one reason or the other, moved on quickly. I think more than anything, that is what's bothering him. His ego and what the public thinks of her moving on as it pertains to him. He can't take it. Anybody that's mature or older, they can clearly see that Kanye is having a hard time dealing with the demise of his marriage. And he's acting out like a spoiled child that didn't get his way. Get over it, Kanye. It's over. Shut your fucking mouth and take some advice from these older guys that have made mistakes of their own. Because we all know that DL cheated on his wife and had a baby outside of their marriage. He's probably speaking from experience. Hey, look, when I was younger, I did dumb shit too, man, but don't be like me. I'm trying to pull your coattails and say, man, you out here got yourself looking foolish. Take advice. Everything ain't shade. It's meant to make you better, Kanye. Make you not look like you out here a damn blithering idiot. Because I'm with the DL. If it was my daughter, and it's this daily onslaught of complaints and all this shit against her, I would begin to worry. Y'all know for a fact that the average man out here, there are men out here that get an idea in their head and they allow it to fester. They stalk that girl, keep bothering her, and next thing we know, that girl is dead somewhere. He done caught her coming from someplace or went somewhere where she was and opened fire and killed that girl. Because in their head, they have what my mother and them and old folks call graveyard love. If I can't have you, ain't nobody else gonna have you. Are we not gonna be happy until he's done something to her? Because this is not looking good on Kanye's part. Go somewhere. Those very people that you said you could get to hurt DL, won't you send them to get your prescriptions filled? And get back on a steady regimen of your meds and get with a therapist and get some fucking help. Because your slip hanging, Kanye. You looking stupid. And then I'm going to flip it because we always on the side of the women. But I'm going to flip it. I got a son that's 35. If my son broke up with a girl and I saw him kept bothering her, I would have to grab him up by the collar and be like, what is wrong with you? What are you doing? Leave that girl alone. If you decided to go your separate ways, she's moved on. You move on. What are you doing? Do you know that girl could go file a restraining order and let them know that you're stalking her? That's the advice I would be giving my son if he was out here like this. This is way over the top what Kanye is doing because, like I said at the beginning of the video, replace Kanye with the average guy on the street. Put yourself in Kim Kardashian's place. Every day, this man is on social media griping about you, won't let it go, talking about your man, making videos about your man, your new man being killed. That shit is not normal. I don't care how y'all slice or dice it. It is not normal. And we need to keep an eye on this situation because it's almost like Kanye West is self-destructing right before our eyes. We all knew that the boy wasn't wrapped too tight. And we felt sorry for him on certain things. We wish that his mother was still around and able to counsel him and keep him in check. But she's not here. At some point, you need to start taking advice from people who, like I said, I believe, D.L. Hugley was trying to pull his coattails. Now, let's face it, D.L. is a comedian. And anybody who's ever been to D.L. shows or watch D.L. shows, D.L. will cut on the lights in the auditorium, find people in the audience, and D.L. will unleash on them a barrage of comedy, joke after joke after joke. He will just choose people out the audience, and D.L. could stand there flat foot and give you an hour just cracking jokes on that person. That's who D.L. is. We also know his history. I think D.L. is an older man who has made his own mistakes, stepping out on his wife and bringing a baby into their marriage. He's saying, man, I've been there. You better stop. Y'all, I don't know. But like I said, I believe that Kanye is gaslighting us. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching the video, and you guys have a wonderful day.